All right, everyone, what are we talking about today? That's going to be the initial impressions and first range trip for the Vantage Point Compensator, right? So this thing is definitely unique and different in that it mounts directly to your X300 Ultra. So that is kind of cool because for those of us in a band state, which I am, I'm in California, so we're not allowed to have those threaded barrels because they're just so dangerous, right? So some companies have come up with creative ways to add compensators to the firearm without having to have a threaded barrel. So this is one of those companies. So you can see there's a little tiny bit of a gap in between here. So what that does is when you shoot, you'll get a little bit of powder residue there, and you can see that some of the finish is pretty much worn away on the inside. I shot a couple hundred rounds through this thing, testing it on and off, and I'm going to include the video for that after this one. And then at the end, we'll wrap up and talk about my thoughts on it. But very cool and innovative product, right? Because it allows you to add this, and then it basically makes it the same slide length as a Glock 17 to your 19. This was a 19 at one point, and then I grip chopped it. Video on another video to check that out, right? So I do have some other California and or band state legal comps. So here's another one. And this one is one of the least expensive ones out there, at least as of this moment. They're about $100, and that's the Strike Industries Mass Driver Compensator. So this one is actually mounted on the guide rod. So they send you a new guide rod for this that extends, and as you saw, the mass driver moves, right? So we're going to be doing another video that'll be coming up soon. And then, of course, probably the most popular one is going to be the Radian Ramjet. And I'm going to be doing a video for that one as well. All of them are fantastic options so far. Well, I'll get into the reliability factor after this. So I'm going to roll in the footage for shooting, and then we'll come back to it at the end.
Squat a little bit.
All right, everybody, so welcome back after the shooting. Were you able to tell the difference when this was on and when this was not on? Obviously, you can see it on the video, but did you see any difference in the recoil pulse with this compensator on versus when it's not on? I'll tell you, when I review the video, I can definitely see a difference, but I was also the one shooting, so maybe I can see things that aren't there. I don't know. But when I put this on, I notice, and it's hard to quantify, right? But it feels kind of like maybe a 20% reduction in recoil with the use of this compensator. Not bad for something that weighs in, I think it's like around an ounce or something like that, that it adds to the weight, right? So this is one of the lightest compensators that are out there that you're going to find. And to be able to get, say, a 20, I think they claim 20 to 30% recoil reduction. Now, the cool thing is I shot this with a couple of different rounds. So I brought out MagTech steel case 115 grain. I brought MagTech copper or brass case full metal jacket 115 grain, and I brought out CCI Spear 124 grain plus P, and I also brought a bunch of my own reloads, and every single one of those worked perfectly fine with this. So when the slide goes back, you can see it doesn't really interact with the comp at all. and the hole on the back and on the front is a little wide in comparison to the barrel. So you can see that everything is unloaded, nothing in the mag here. So now I'm going to point it at you so you can see how big the hole is here in comparison to the barrel. I think it would probably be a little bit better of a compensator if they at least shrunk maybe the front hole a little bit. You know, I understand why they do it, because they don't want the bullet striking it. So I totally get it. But maybe figure out a little bit better of a safe zone, because I think it would make it a little bit more efficient if it would force the gases to come out here a little bit more versus them being able to also come out of the front. So that's really all I got for you for this comp. I would say at the price point, which at this point is currently $150, it's still a pretty good deal in relation to other compensators, maybe, you know, because a lot of them you have to buy a barrel or whatever. If you already have an X300, you can put it on the X300. And then guess what? It really tightens up. There's zero movement now with the rails. You know, they precision machined them, etc. It's super solid on there. So if you're in a band state like me, it is a great option. You know, feel free to go out and pick yourself up one and try it out. Like I said, it's not super dramatic, but it is definitely noticeable. I'd say probably around a 20% reduction in muzzle flip from using this compensator, right? So if you like my content, please like, comment down below, guys, share this video, and subscribe. Thank you.